My name is Paula Chambers, and I'm an ordinary Hoosier.
My name is Poppe Tsunami, and I'm an ordinary Hoosier.
I came here to, get married, raise a family, and learn a trade. I learned leatherwork originally. I think my real life started after my daughter was mostly grown. She was in high school, and I discovered the flow arts and hula hooping and juggling and prop manipulation, and it was so fun. And I decided that that's what I really wanted to be doing. So I started doing it. I think the very first time I saw hooping, I knew it was special, and I hadn't even picked up a hoop yet. In October of 2008, I will never forget it as long as I live, I saw March 4th Marching Band at the Lotus Festival in Bloomington. I'm gonna get weepy. I saw this amazing marching band, and of course the musicians were great, big brass band, but they had hoop girls, what I will affectionately call hoop girls forever. And they had on striped tights and crinolines and big stripy hula hoops and really amazing makeup and hair. And they were having so much fun that I instantly said, that will be mine. I want to do whatever it is they're doing. I want that in my life, because I could tell they were having a blast. And they were dancing and jamming out with the band. And I mentioned it to a friend right away, and she said, yeah, let's do it. Let's start hooping. And so by the time I picked up my first hoop that Evangeline made, and it was all wobbly, we used the wrong stuff originally to make the hoops, and they were all egg-shaped. But even with the crazy egg-shaped hoop, I knew it was something special. It changed my life. It really did. Seeing those girls for the first time, I'll never forget it. I knew I wanted to be a hooper.
I was here for my master's degree, and I was working a lot. I was working like 14-hour days, and I was gaining weight, all this stuff, and my friends were like, you need to go to this festival. Like, you just get out of the house, do something. And it was called Peace, Love, Hoopiness. So I go to this festival, not knowing what to expect. I bought like a crappy Walmart hoop with water in it. Don't get those. They're really hard to do anything with. And I taped it. I was like, I've got to like have my individuality at Peace, Love, Hoopiness. And so I got duct tape and did this really crappy tape job. And I went, and I was hooked. Like, it was just really overwhelming, the amount of beauty and play. And that was my first foray into this community. And I met Clara Corner, who was a member of the Hudsucker Posse. At the time, I took one of her classes, and I could barely keep the hoop up. Like, that was my first day hooping as an adult. And I was like hooping like this, like trying to keep it up. It was so bad. But I was like kind of doing it, and she told me about the Hudsucker Posse. And so I came alone. I knew no one except for her, and I had met her that day, and I was like, I need to do this. I need to do something, and this is a great way to stay active. And they were like, they needed another dancer, and I was like, well, I dance. I just started doing this. I can kind of do these things. If you show me how to do it, I can practice. And if you need a person, I'll do it. So a month after first hooping, I'm performing Hudsucker Posse. It was at Collins, and it was paid. I got money. It was like my Hudsucker Posse initiation. Here we go. And I've been like nonstop ever since.
Flow arts are commonly described as any prop manipulation. So juggling, hula hooping, poi spinning, staff spinning, the fire arts, kinetic arts that use both a prop and dance movement and creative expression or performance art and music all combined into one. So generally they fall under what people would call the circus arts or movement arts or kinetic arts. But generally when people say flow arts, they mean something wherein you achieve that flow state. So achieving a flow state means everything else sort of goes away and you lose track of time and you're just really in a fully engaged state with whatever it is that you're doing. Most people they sort of look at you like, what? Did I hear what she said right? How do you hula hoop for a living? And then you have to explain a little bit more that You travel and you teach and you perform, and they say, oh, okay, well that sounds fun, or that sounds interesting. I book performances for myself and for other artists. Sometimes I don't even participate. If I'm not available, I'll pass the bookings on to other artists in the community. So that feels really good, that I'm able to sort of spread the hoop love around a little bit, and then provide the community with some fun entertainment for carnivals. And we do a lot of charity work, benefits, performances, private parties.
I am Paula's assistant to the Hudsucker Posse, and we co-founded the Kinetic Arts Academy, which produces many different types of movement-based activities centering around prop manipulation, but also incorporating dance and other circus arts here in Bloomington. Our major events are the Flow Motion events that we produce, and we've done Flow Motion Fest, Flow Motion Chiller, and upcoming Flow Motion Symposium. But we also sponsor like group rates for really great activities in town. Like we got group rates for Pilobolus and had a mixer beforehand. We're bringing outside regional artists to the area for one-day workshops. We're really trying to build out the flow community, the movement community here in Bloomington specifically, but it's definitely regional.
Everyone in the community has been super supportive. That's what's been almost surprising, is that everyone has been really welcoming to what we were doing, even though it was different, even though it was unique and they'd never seen it before. That didn't seem to scare anybody or bother anyone. They encouraged us, all my friends and family encouraged me to keep doing it. And I think our Facebook group has 500 members, over 500 members now. Many of those folks are friends from out of town, but there's a ton of hoopers in Indianapolis, in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's connected us to a global community of hoopers all over the world.
Why not the Midwest? Why not Bloomington, Indiana, to be a hub, to be a center for this type of community, because it's growing, it's new, and it's only been around for like at most 20 years. And we're really taking a hand in shaping where it goes.
There's been talk and dreams about a permanent installation, a flojo, as it were, a hypothetical flojo, where we had a space under a roof where people could practice. But getting that funded and getting that to be a sustainable business model is definitely a challenge.
It's for everyone. I have a saying that it's not for everyone, but it is for anyone. So anyone that wants to do it can. Like, you can pick up and you can just do this. Like, you can do whatever you want with it. It's play, and it's healthy, and it really stimulates all parts of your being. It's a holistic activity. So
yeah, I think the last thing that I would say is teamwork makes the dream work. Surround yourself and find people that have your same interests and work together to find your dreams and make them real. Because doing it by yourself, for me personally, I wasn't getting too far very fast. And when I found other people that shared my same interests and were willing to work hard for it and were dedicated and motivated, it motivated me and I became more dedicated. So it feeds, that's how we build these communities and these bonding relationships. I've met some of the most amazing people through the flow arts that I never would have been exposed to if I hadn't gotten out there. And I couldn't have done it by myself. So, find a workout buddy, find a hoop buddy or a juggling buddy, someone to do it with, because it'll change your life.